So 7 days ago, I got a surgery which sidelined me from work, and which is the first extended period of time that I've taken away from work, stepped away from it, and not thought about it during times when I needed to. It's the first time in about several years where I've had a whole week. And one of the things is I've been staying, post-recovery, I've been staying in one of the finest post-recovery centers in the world, aka been hanging out with my parents for the past week over their place, which is great because, it's good to be home. One of the things I was able to do is, when you're home and relaxing, is you're able to let your brain kind of relax and unwind too. And one of the things I love doing is I love strategizing and, planning the next steps, next moves, next real big business decisions and choices, right? Which I love to do. So y'all said, like, hey, this guy didn't take a week off. He was just working. And, I was doing the part that I love. And during that time, you also get the opportunity to reevaluate, goals, different life goals, personal goals, and, also reflect, especially, after your birthday or your birthday month. So in April, I turned 38, which, I'm already on the back end of my 30s, and some people call it middle-aged. But, it's really good to reflect on your goals and what you want and what you want in the future. And, one of the things, I always reflect on is obviously kids, because that's a real important goal to me. But, I always have to weigh that with the drive and how much I want to grow my business and how realistically, when I say grow my business, getting more of the base level, it's how much I want to move toward the goal that I've had since I've been 3-4 years old, which is to be the best trial attorney I can be, right? Because, one thing is, I know, is I like moving towards my goals, and, once I have my goal that I really, really love, I'm going to go 150 miles an hour on a train on that thing, and that train's not stopping, so hop on. And, the goal I have of, having little AJs out there, and I came to the same conclusion is, I know when I go for things I want, I go all out. And I know that being a dad is something that I'm really going to go all out on, right? And I'm not going to, half butt it. I'm going to, that's something really important to me, and, growing kids in a family is really important. Especially with how I was raised, I want to make sure I instill those values and, just like every generation, do a little bit better. Like, I know I benefited from being raised in a really good household and a really nice home. And, if I haven't put any kids in this world, I want to do the same, right? Or at least, do what you can, because realistically, they're all individuals. But I came to the same conclusion where I can't do both right now. And I don't want to do both because I don't want to neglect either of those goals, right? Those very, very important goals. That's funny. My car I was in drive. Now, apparently I'm talking for a little while because I thought I was parked. So, yeah, it's good to know that. It's good to acknowledge that, especially for me, because I know that's one thing that I think about a lot. And, you always wonder, but at the same time, like, when you're able to relax, evaluate, really weigh things out, because things aren't black and white, right? It's not a yes or no, or a, positive or negative thing. It's like choices, and they're all choices that we make in our lives. And I really want to improve my skills, because sorry, I'm assuming since you're watching this video you're on my page, but my name is Adam Juratovac, and I'm a trial attorney in San Jose, California. And I've been lawyering. I graduated law school in 2013, took the bar, passed the bar. The reason I'm saying that is because now there's all these weird situations going on with the bar exam, using ChatGPT to create multiple choice questions, which are causing issues with the grading, which is really unfortunate. But being in the profession for a while, it's kind of hilarious that it's, you'd think they have enough questions throughout the last 100 years where they wouldn't have to use ChatGPT to develop multiple choice questions. And when there's really, really big problems, I want to be that dude who tries that case. When shit's hitting the fan, and the evidence ain't looking that great, or just there's not a lot of it, I want to be that dude up at the plate taking that swing. And in my life, I've always wanted to be that dude, and I've always tried to be that dude. And I'm really excited that I'm continuing to develop these skills where, I'm not there. I'm not even halfway there. I'm not even a third way there, to be honest. But I'm getting there. And that's really important to me. I know for my life fulfillment, for my life goals. And if that's the case, I know that's one thing you don't want when you're raising a family and, bringing life into this world is regret. One thing is I know it can't be 100%, right? There's always sacrifices and decisions you're making, regardless of which life decision you choose. But I want to be able to say I went all out, and I either did it or I didn't do it, but I went all out. Because I know that if I go all out now, it might not be a perfect 10, but there's nothing wrong with a 9.6, right? So a 9.6 who's always trying to become a 10. And when I bring those kids in the world, I want to spend all the time I can with them and go to all their games and all of their recitals and everything like that, just like my parents did for me. And if I'm 9.6 at that point, I could get to a 10 while raising a family. And now I feel like this video is coming a completely different way, but we'll see. I should post it. Yeah, just because this is what I really think, right? So, but yeah, really excited for that. Man, so refreshed to go back to trial, so refreshed to litigate cases, so refreshed to just let's just get us to this date. Let's just get us to the trial date. Screw everything else, all the other stuff that we have to do from, filing the lawsuit to getting all the evidence in and, whatever. Let's just get to trial, Let's put the evidence on the table and let's just get there, right? So, in order for me to be at 9.6, I need as much time and I need as much focus as I can to get there. So, yeah, that was a 7-minute justification for a realization that I've known my whole life. But now I can verbalize it, which is, that's what you get for being an emotional dude. All right, well, this is day 7. I gotta head over to my parents' place. My mom's waiting for me to get home so she can start making dinner. So catch y'all later. I've only been lawyering for 13 years now, so I would say watch the second half, but I think I'm going to be hitting 50 years eventually. So, hey, first quarter, we're almost done with the first quarter, and then when I turn 40, that's when the second quarter starts. So check it out, man. You're going to love it.